This is IHSEN iRacing, presented by the Indiana Esports Network. Alrighty, hi there everybody, welcome. My name is Drew Rhoda, I'm the lead coordinator here for the Indiana Esports Network. I'm joined with Alex Jones and Mr. B. Guys, how are we today?
We're doing good.
Yes, sir. Happy Thursday to everybody out there. Hope that you are doing well. And it's nice that the weather in-game is much better than the weather in real life. Not a beautiful
right.
Indiana day for us here.
Well, I think the only person that would like today's weather would be Pike Drew, known as the Rain Man around these parts, for his outstanding race winning in the rain from France. Hopefully he's not jet lagged for today's race. We should be good. We had some interesting setup challenges. The iRacing Fuel Estimator did us dirty today, so we thought we had it right, and then we changed it, and then we thought we had it right, and then it turned out the kids only had 2 laps of fuel in the car, and that wasn't right, and then we had to make a new session. So a little bit of a topsy-turvy practice session. You'll see some inexperience here as kids didn't get as much time in the sim as we had hoped that they would. However, from practice, Axel Saldana tops the timing charts with a 2:09. We expect times to tumble as kids get a little more comfortable with the cars and with the fuel load. You'll also notice we are not racing today at Laguna Seca. iRacing has placed Laguna Seca behind a paywall. So another great American track, the Virginia International Raceway. And we're pretty excited to do that. Mr. B, the Mr. B Bulletin is up.
The Mr. B Bulletin, the moment I've been waiting for. The Virginia International Raceway, or VIR as we will refer to it today, opened in August of 1957 as one of America's pioneering permanent road courses, built by North Carolina enthusiasts on their family land near the Virginia and North Carolina border. This is where legend Carroll Shelby won the inaugural SCCA race in a Maserati 450S, my daily driver, actually.
Yeah.
Though in the 60s and early 70s, through the 60s and 70s, this challenging 3.27-mile layout with sweeping straights, elevation changes, and iconic corners made it a favorite for top sports car drivers and even some NASCAR fans. Financial struggles led to this track's closure after an SCCA event in 1974, and it sat dormant as farmland for over 25 years. But good news, everybody. In 2000, several investors brought this track back to life and turned it into the premier motorsports destination that it is today. Today, this reborn iconic track hosts major events like the Michelin GT Challenge and stands out as one of North America's most demanding and beloved tracks. As we watch Zach find one of those elevation changes that we were just talking about.
That's right. I love all the marketing on the track. The most demanding track in the world. Anyway, hats off to VIR. It's a cool track. It's beautiful in beautiful setting here as we get ready to go. Let's say hello out there to all people in chat. I'm already getting some hate from the chat about getting the fuel numbers wrong. So, Mr. Hustle, I'm working on it, buddy. I tried my darndest. It just wasn't good enough. So, I feel bad about that one. Anyway, as Teddy Lamb cleaning off those tires any way he knows how.
Yeah, and VR is one of the, or actually I think the longest track we'll go to all season. It's very challenging, very flowy, very fast, but also can be very difficult to overtake at, as you've seen over the past minute or two. We definitely have some challenges here, especially with the very fast corners and the nature of the flowiness of the track. Definitely is difficult to overtake, but we saw Alistair do a good overtake there. And I'm sure we'll definitely see some interesting moments happen on track because of that.
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that the practice session was, had things changing throughout it, and the students didn't get as many hot laps as they had hoped to, the fuel window, all of that. What that means is that this qualifying session is doubling as a practice session for some of our drivers as well. And honestly, the first few laps, we're still going to be getting used to everything as we are green flag racing. And I hope that the drivers will slowly ease their way into this race instead of all out right away, because man, we could have another big one here if they are not careful. This track, as you're seeing here with Ethan Bonds going around, this track is so easy to make a mistake. You go into a turn too fast and the corner is sharper than you thought it was, and you're pushing all the way through the corner, or you're spinning that rear end around. I'm very excited to see what happens, but I'm going to hold my breath during that first lap, and hopefully we can make it through without too many incidents.
Absolutely. We see some more times come in across the league now. We're starting to see 18 total drivers in the race today, so about half of the field is qualified with about half the time remaining. And I think our fastest time from practice was a 2:06, so we're hopefully students were smart. They put in a banker lap early, and they're going to go push. As Zach, Carmel driver, comes now to the top of the timing screen, still 2:09.3. That's a ways up from what we saw earlier, so we'll see what happens with those times.
And as this qualifying session continues here, these tires are getting up to temperature now. So I would say this lap and next lap are probably when we're going to start seeing some of our faster lap times on track.
As we ride on here with Frank Wade, looks like James and Daniel going around the outside of BD Frank trying to get around that corner. As a sim racer, if you don't spend a lot of time sim racing, and what Alex Jones is talking about here is it's easier, in my opinion, to pass. It requires probably less skill to pass in a heavy braking zone. You can brake a little later than the next person as long as you have control of the car, and the car, effectively it's a stop and go decision, right? Well, all of a sudden you put in these high speed corners, and now students have to have a little more finesse. They got to control the car as going through it, make sure it's not too fast but not too slow. And I think that it's going to be pretty difficult out there to get this to go. So I'm looking forward to today's race, and I hope that we have definitely some exciting racing today.
Yeah, and because of the length of this track, it's very difficult to get a really good, clean lap strung all together, especially with the traffic out here. Well, having 18 drivers, you're bound to run into at least a car during your fast lap, and it's definitely hard to get a fully strung together lap. And I think that might be what we're seeing here is no one's quite getting a perfect lap strung together just because of the length of this course.
Yeah, you bring up a really good point, and I think that's where our friends at Apgineering are going to help us out here. We can see each of the different sections or sectors of the lap, and we can see what their perfect lap would be versus what type of lap times they're turning here. Sector 1, I mean, I'm starting to see these in the 47s, in the 48s, 49s. Sector 2, we're at 47s, and then for the third, we're in the mid-30s for seconds-wise. But, I think as they continue to push and these lap times go down, it's going to be interesting to see where on the track they're finding this extra time.
Well, speaking
Look
of
at
extra
that,
time,
just like magic.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the track map here, and I do not see any spots on the track where you're really in any major clear air. Possibly here, let me see. Down the back stretch, we might have a little clean air, but there are not many spots here that anyone's going to have much clean air.
A lot of drivers on track, and a lot of drivers here represent the Indiana Esports Network. I want to take an opportunity to shout out the Indiana Esports Network. IEN is a 100% volunteer-driven, educator-led, free-to-students organization. IEN is a collective of over 150 school districts across the state, ranging in size, demographics, socioeconomic populations. All the same goal, to use esports as a vehicle to engage students who aren't involved in traditional athletics or after-school activities, to increase academic performance and motivation, and to create an inclusive community of students that fosters social growth, and to provide students with meaningful opportunities to develop 21st century skills and career competencies in a novel way. If you are watching this, a teacher, administrator, tech professional that's involved with the school, and you're thinking, hey, I want to get my school out there, hey, reach out, indianaesportsnetwork.org, click the schedule meeting button, and you get hooked up right with the board of directors, and they'll get you on track soon. If you are a parent or a student, go find a teacher, principal, admin, shoot, even your food service personnel, whoever it is, somebody that's interested in gaming, have them contact the Indiana Esports Network, and we will see you on track soon.
We finish up this qualifying session here. It looks like Zach may have this securely in place here. I know Pike Drew is pushing. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Mechanic's got a busy afternoon to get that car fixed up.
10 seconds left here. Currently, Zach is still in first place with that qualifying time of a 2:09.331.
And then we're on board here with Zach. His lap is still alive. He's pushing hard. And looks like that's not the case as the sim switched us. We're on the Sims auto change feature as we're getting warmed up here. It's interesting to see what it jumps to.
The only way you can find what the limit is to push past it and see what happens. That's the only way you can actually find the true limit of these vehicles here. And tell you what, we are finding the limits here today.
That's right.
It appears that Zane, he doesn't have a lap yet. He is crawling around the track just trying to get a clean lap, scared for his life as many other cars are spinning off and doing donuts.
Oh boy. Well, I don't love
Zane
that.
appears to just be trying to get a lap.
Well, as Robert goes up to 4th.
As my dogs announced that qualifying is over.
That's right.
Now, second place here, Pike Drew is, what is that, 5.5 tenths of a second back? That's pretty good. And I'm looking at their section times here. I mean, Sector 1, they are within about 1.5 seconds of each other. That's not bad. And like I said earlier, I'm very interested to see where we're going to be finding this extra time as these lap times get better.
As BD Frank had a meeting with the wall. That one did not go as planned. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
He was so close.
Zane.
Sorry, Zane.
After that whole time on the last corner,
Oh.
just went off the track.
All right, well, let's see. Pike Ethan. Looks like he's still pushing here. Almost. Finish up.
Entering the DRS zone.
That's right.
Which these cars do not have, by the way. I want to point that out.
Yeah, I would like drag reduction on a MX-5, please.
Might be able to stick your hand out the window, do the Joey Logano, and
That's right.
close up the air a little.
All right, so let's take a look here. Is it going to show me the results from qualifying if I do the grid? All right, let's see what happens. All right, and in the front row, Zach. Next to him, Pike Drew. In third, Axel 4, Robert, current points championship leader. Pablo in 5, Jameson 6, Alistair 7, Matthew Basinger in the 6-7 car from Harrison High School. Leland Kellums from Lawrenceburg, Ty in 10. I know those guys were working on their setup, see if they get it fixed. Alex Kaiser from Hobart 11, BD Frank 12. 13, Kendrick 14, Ethan Bonds from Pike 15 is Teddy Lamb, and the rest of the grid didn't set a representative time, so we will have to wait until we get that one going. And the grid, I asked them to be a little slow to the grid today, so that way I could get through all of those drivers. Worried getting through all 18 drivers, I wouldn't be able to do it. So it's going to take a little bit. I think they have up to 2 minutes to grid before there's a penalty, as we see a few more drivers pop on here. And I did get a request. They said, is there any way that you could have a shot from the back of the fields? And I said, you know what? That's a good call. Let's see what the chopper shot is. Oh, man, look at this. Our helicopter is just chilling here, the drone shot, ready to go. We're about to go green flag racing. Let's see if I can turn on our all the
Only person
information.
left to grid is Zach. Oh,
Say we need one more.
no, Drew has yet to grid as well. There he is.
There we go. And we'll go green flag racing. Last race of the season in the Indiana Esports Network. And we're off.
Off they go into the treacherous turn 1 of VIR. We already have a moment.
Looks like Robert defended hard there against Pablo. But Pablo gets that inside line. And here we go.
Relatively clean through turn 1.
You know what? Not
That's
bad. Let's hope it
very
stays that way.
Nice and clean through turn 1.
Oh, boy. Ooh. Zach closes the door on Pike Drew. Gets around there pretty quick. Some good traction on that corner. And it looks like Axel shoots up in there. Sends Drew over onto the grass. But we survive another day. Oh, boy.
They all got to be careful coming to the S's here.
Yeah.
Running 2-3 wide is not advisable up through here.
And we have two Carmel drivers trying desperately to get around as Drew looks to defend. This all benefits Carmel Zach, who seems to have pulled a major gap now. As Robert is saying, just let me through. I got to go. Whew. And some not bad racing here from our pack. This is kind of a fun, the helicopter shot's kind of a fun shot here.
This is great.
I'm a huge fan. Following him. Oh.
Great pass there.
As looks like Alistair got that one a little wrong, and Pike Drew, the beneficiary of that. And there you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the 6-7 machine is too far in the distance. Gosh, that would have been a great shot. And here we are. Let's go to the TV shot now. And Pike Drew, TV1. Ta-da. Oh, Drew's taking an alternate line through that one. As Alistair goes, oh, I'm going real fast now. Look at that.
Now, something to point out here is when we're watching this, we can see every angle of the car and we can see the track ahead. But oftentimes with some of these major elevation changes, they can't quite see what's in front of them as well as they can on flat ground.
Well,
knowing what's ahead.
I'll take you on board here with what Pike Drew sees. This is what his car is. This is what he is looking at in the iRacing screen. And he's probably, oh, wow. If I remember right, I think Pike's on just a normal 27-inch screen, so it's going to look very similar to this. I don't think they're in VR or they have multiple, 3-screen setups or anything like that.
Yeah, and as we can see, the field's staying pretty bunched up here. That's due to a large fact that because VIR is such a long course and such a fast course, a lot of these drivers are staying within the draft of each other. That also is why we see Zach kind of breaking away from this pack. We definitely see these drivers working together, but also fighting a lot here.
Here's some of the elevation change that Mr. B is talking about as the cars climb the hill.
All right, well, maybe not as intense as I made it sound, but there is elevation change, and that's what's important to know.
He's climbing a mountain. It's pretty much Everest.
It's basically
this next corner coming up has a very significant elevation change. If you're not careful, you can definitely lose your braking zone through here.
As Robert gets out of the draft to Pablo, it's a bit of a drag race here. Let's see if I can bop over to that one. Carmel Robert. Oh, man, look at all these cars. Definitely in front, but it is not.
Back and forth defending both lines. He can only choose one, though.
That's right. He's like, guys, please don't get in front of me. All right. Some closer racing than we've seen in a while. Let's take a step backwards here. Jameson Daniel has done some aero modifications to his 33 machine there.
Well, hey, and if I could be a teacher here for a second, right? The fact that we are seeing several of these drivers grouped together this far into the race, this is improvement. This is what we look for throughout the season. These drivers getting better and more comfortable, more confident in the vehicles. It leads to better racing, cleaner racing, and a lot more enjoyable for us, the fans. And I guarantee it's a lot more enjoyable for them on track as well.
Absolutely. And it looks like Jameson getting the pass done on, oh, goes a little wide, opens the door. Is that BD Zach in the 5 car? It is BD Zach in the 5 car. Getting around, oh, and Alex Kaiser continues to stay in front as we got a little threesome here. A little bit of a tight battle. 2 purple cars and a blue car. There's got to be a joke there somewhere.
Oh, that curb.
All right.
Set the front end of the car and sent him right into the grass.
BD Axel actually is our fastest lap holder right now, as he is right behind Pike Drew.
They're working together, bump drafting down the straight here.
Yeah.
Trying to catch Robert.
I'm gonna say, when's he making his move? When's it happening? There it is. Nice job to Axel.
It'll be interesting to see here what the strategy is with the bump drafting if some of these drivers choose to save a little fuel, because to my knowledge they just barely might be able to get an extra lap out of it, which would be a big help if they can.
Now, is this a one-stop race?
That's what we were going for. Let's see
Two-stop
what
race?
happens.
Is this a 5?
Oh,
what are we dealing
man.
with here?
This is deja vu. We had the fuel right. We had the fuel wrong. We had the fuel right. And then we got the kids on track, and the kids are like, "Wait, I can only do one hot lap, and I gotta refuel an out lap, a hot lap, an in lap, and I need more fuel." Like, well, this is a 4-stop race now, kids. So we redid
The race
it.
will be 45 minutes long.
We think that it's going to be a 1-stopper. That's what we're expecting. All right.
It's a great shot of our leader, Zach, running up front here.
Well, I tell you
With a
what, he's
comfortable
running up
2-second
front.
lead.
But Robert has cut that lead down from 3 seconds about a lap and a half ago down to 2.2. He's in the hunt. Let's see where Robert is. So there he is in the background. Those 2 teammates are 1 and 2. And let's see, a Union City driver in the middle, number 32, is Kendrick. Union City Kendrick is in the middle. He is on a different lap. He is not on the lead lap.
Yeah, and Robert's put in some good times to catch Zach here. He's been gaining a good bit of time every lap. I think he gained about 4 to 5 tenths that last lap. If he keeps that up, he'll be right on Zach's bumper by the end of the race.
More than 4 to 5 tenths, almost 9 tenths of a second, as Carmel Roberts' last lap was a 2:09.6, and Carmel Zach's was a 2:10.5.
Oh, yeah.
So that's significant.
As soon as he's able to get around this lap traffic here, he
Yeah.
can continue pushing and
Union City Kendrick.
making that car very wide.
Oh, and Zach's off.
Oh, no.
We'll see if Robert catches
Oh,
him
no.
here.
A little bit Alex Pillow, Scott Dixon moment. Does you remember watching Mid-O last year, the IndyCar race? Alex Pillow had a little bit of a lapse exactly like that. Put it on the grass, and Scott Dixon wins the race. It's a pretty great race. And about 10 minutes to go here. Carmel 1-2. Pike Drew back up into third. Axel Saldana is in fourth. I'm not quite sure what happened on all that. And you got the two Harrison drivers in 5-6. Alex Kaiser from Hobart in 7. And lots of cars out here running. Let's see if I can throw this track map up here.
Oh no! Oh no! Zach.
Oh!
Zach loses it. Trying to navigate some lap traffic there. This is going to give Robert a huge comfortable lead now. 5 seconds, 6 seconds, and climbing.
Yeah, that might be the nail in the coffin.
Out of the wall.
And it's going to be interesting to see when Robert pits and when Zach chooses to pit, depending on fuel usage, right? Zach running up front versus Robert being in the pack a little bit. Does Robert have more fuel? Can he outlast him? Did Zach burn through his fuel being up front by himself? We're going to have to wait and see as we are approaching that pit window.
You see right there on that track map on the right-hand side of your screen, the 12 car is the car we're currently watching. That's our championship points leader, Robert. And pretty far ahead, the 10 car is his Carmel colleague, and that is the closest car behind. Still in second, but there's a shot right there. Let's take a look. What else are we looking at here? This is Pike Ethan. And goes as, I think that's Teddy Lamb. Harrison Teddy Lamb goes off into the pits. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe it was Matthew Basinger. It was Matthew. Right, what else we got here? Lawrenceburg Pablo here behind Zach from Ben Davis, BD Zach in the 5 car.
Yeah, as it appears, Zach keeps dropping time to Robert. He might have damage from that contact earlier. It's interesting.
All right, here is Pike Drew, about a half second behind Zach. And I think you might be onto something. I think that might be part of it. I think mathematically, Drew just had to start today's race, and as long as he started today's race, he was going to clinch third.
Yes, that is correct.
I think Robert needed to take a pole, and it was an automatic clinch. He did not take pole for the race, but he needed to finish in 12th place, so obviously that looks like it's going to work out.
Yeah, after his P3 in qualifying, or sorry, P4 in qualifying, all he needs to do is finish at least P15 or higher in this race.
Yeah, it's all about consistency at this point. And I was going to say a bit ago that Zach being, a very experienced driver with all of this, he knows that in order to catch up to Robert, he's not going to be able to do it in one lap. This is going to be the remainder of the race, slowly chipping away lap after lap, trying to get Robert back in front of his vehicle so he can make a move. Ooh, a late decision to head to the pits there, as it looks like everybody's coming in.
Yeah, he was trying to follow Robert there, I think, and barely decided in time. He might get a penalty for crossing over that white line. We will see.
Oh, we take a look up here at the standings. So as currently, if the finishing order holds, Robert finishes in all the standings are weird because everybody's in the pits, but Robert finishes in the league. Zach is in second, and Pike Drew would be in third as Robert gets back in front of Zach. Yeah, I think Zach's fixing some damage. All right, let's go ahead and hide that box. Yeah, Zach's in the pit lane for a minute there.
Yeah.
This is the right call, though. I think it's a toss-up, right? Do you fix the damage and ensure that you have a good vehicle to finish the race with, be it a few places down, or Do you not fix the damage with a vehicle that, I don't know, maybe doesn't get you across the finish line? Maybe it opens up for some more errors to happen. I think it's the right call. As much as it may not be what we want to do, I think it's the right call to get that fixed before you head back out on track.
Hey, something we haven't spent a lot of time on. Let's check in here with Kendrick from Union City. And
Hendrick's had a very quiet race. He was involved in a little wreck at the start, but has kept it on the lead lap and is just rolling around at this point.
here's a newcomer, Ty. He's been in and out of our broadcasts. It's good to see him still here on the race. I know they've been working on that. Their IT guys from the school working on that one, trying to figure out what's going on and make sure they stay in. So it's good to see Ty in here. And his colleague, Alden, is lower down on the finishing order, but also still in the race. Good to see those guys.
Yeah, I'm glad it seems that they've gotten, last time I said something, it cut out right after. So maybe I shouldn't, but
It's you. It's
it
you,
is
Mr.
very good to see both of them here. That's all I'll say. I'll leave it at that. Good to see you.
Yeah, Lawrenceburg Pablo. Here's Lawrenceburg Leland. Oh, no, Pike Drew. What happened to Pike Drew?
In P2, it appears he just accrued enough incident points.
He's at 8. The highest number of
Give
incident
him the
points
black
we
flag.
currently have running is Ethan from Pike. He's at 14. But everybody's got incident points. Robert is at the lowest number of incident points with 2. And then a couple guys have 3. So that will probably promote Ty into 3rd place. And maybe Zach into 4th. Pretty spaced out at this point in the league. Except for... That's an interesting thing. Yeah, Leland and Alex are the closest battle on track. Alex from Hobart, Leland from Lawrenceburg. And Leland comes in. He's already stopped once, so I don't know if that is a... that might be a penalty stop because it shows on my screen he has a black flag. And that leaves Alex free and clear on that 7th place. And Axel Saldana, our 2nd place driver, driving a little bit of a lone race at this point.
Zach advanced up to 4th place there as Ty, I believe, went into the pits.
I did not go into the pits.
Yeah, I wasn't even going to say it.
No, no.
Gosh.
Oh, no.
Oh, dear.
All right, well, what do you do?
Ty, I'm so sorry. I feel it's my fault.
Yeah, thanks, Mr. B. What were you thinking?
Should have been quiet. Well,
Alden-
regardless, Zach did move into 4th place. With 11 seconds between him and 3rd place, with 1:50 left, obviously continue pushing and see what happens here, but make sure that we finish the race. We're not trying to get back into the lead and make up 40 seconds over the course of the next, 1:50 seconds. It's all about consistency at this point. Speaking of consistency, Robert Fisk, our race leader, very consistent throughout this entire season, and no stranger to being up in the front of the pack.
It's true. Continues that again today. Just ran a 2:12.9. And that's right up there with the fastest previous lap times that people are setting. Ben Davis Axel was a little faster, but, still 2:11.8 is Pablo. It's kind of all over the map a little bit on the lap times. So continuing to churn in laps. And, frankly, for him, with 2 incident points, is by far the fewest number of incident points.
Our final minute of the race.
Final minute of the season, guys. It's been a good season. Appreciate you guys helping me out on the stream here, coming at week in and week out, commentating and watching these Indiana kids. And thanks to all the racers in the league for doing this and signing up and enduring all of this to do it. And And thanks also to our, all the people, the millions of fans that are watching on YouTube. I want to say a huge thanks. That's the reason we do this. It's for the fame and lots of money. We make lots of money doing this job too. Yeah. So I'd like to thank everybody out there. It's been a lot of fun. As the seconds tick down, we're ready. It's the Kingmaker moment right here. We're ready to crown a new iRacing champion. Only Carmel High School has won the iRacing championship for the past all years we've done iRacing. This year is no different. As the clock ticks down to 0, this will be the final lap. And here we go. Coming around the end, your championship leader and Roberts from Carmel High School crossing the start-finish line. Here we're at the grid. Dives back and forth. Big weaving S's from the champ. Congratulations, Robert Fisk is your iRacing champion. Axel Saldana comes in, finished this race in 2nd place. Congratulations. Ben Davis, the Giants, in 2nd place from today's race. Carmel Zach making his way through. Finishes this one in 3rd. Comes short of the championship this year. Will finish the championship in 2nd place. And today's race in 3rd. After taking some damage from some contact with lap traffic earlier.
Yeah, all things considered, 3rd place podium finish. Fantastic job.
There you go. What else you want, And let's see, Lawrenceburg Pablo crossing that start-finish line. Congratulations in 4th. Hobart Alex. I think Hobart Alex is coming here to the finish line shortly. Yeah, as we see the start-finish line building right there. Congratulations, Hobart Alex. And Lawrenceburg Leland finishes in 6th place. Not bad. Lawrenceburg Leland. Jameson Daniel coming through here just in the background in 7th place as Leland crosses that finish line. Jameson Daniel in 7. Pike Drew making it a race still to the end, although I think Jameson is a little far in front. Pike Drew finishes in 8th place. Matthew Basinger in 9. Looks like Pike Ethan is the only one. Oh, no. You can hear that in the background. Pike Ethan is the only one on track, and he is sitting in the pits. Well, guys, that's a wrap on the Indiana Esports Network season. Let's see if we got a few guys in here in the on-air room ready to go. I don't know if
we're about to see some burnouts from Robert.
Oh, yeah. All right, let's go over to Robert. What do we got?
Burnouts.
Championship burnouts. There he goes. Congratulations. Let's see what that looks like in the car, yeah. The blimp shot. And there it is. That'll probably be on the Indiana Esports Network highlight reel, watching Robert do donuts. The champ from this season finishes it out. All right. I was hoping I'd see Axel in here. I don't know if we can find a way to get Axel in.
We also are yet to have Zach join.
I'm a little nervous because he was in here before, and I was like, all right, I got to kick you out. And I'm worried I kicked him out permanently. I perma banned him. We'll see.
I don't believe so.
Well, let's hope not. And let's take a look at our full screen results powered by Apptioneer.in, the TV overlay for iRacing. Here we are after 9 laps. Robert Fisk comes in first and not only wins this race but the championship. 2, Axel Saldana. 3, Zach from Carmel. 4, Alex. 5, Pablo. 6, another Lawrenceburg driver. 5-6. Back-to-back, Jameson Daniel. 7, Pike Drew. 8, Matthew Basinger. 9, Kendrick in 10. 11 is Alistair. 12, Ty. 13, Zane from Blackford. 14, Zach. 15, BD Frank. 16, Ethan Bonds. 17, Teddy Lamb. And Alden from Tri Township rounds out our finishers for today. And the full screen championship standings for this season at 660 points. Robert Fisk, 2, Zach, 3, Pike Drew, 4 was Pablo. Some good separation there from those guys. Jameson, 5, 1 point separated Jameson and Axel. Oh, man, look at that. 2 points back, Alistair to Axel and Ben Davis. Leland, 261, pretty sizable jump. Matthew Basinger in 9, and 10 was Alex Kaiser. Hey, I think I got some people in this room. Still no Axel. Yeah, I don't see him. I was hoping we could get him on here, but I don't think we'll be able to get him on here. All right, Zach, you finished today, 3rd place. A good season for you. Finished the points championship in 2nd. Talk to me about your day today.
Yeah, it was pretty unfortunate, with how the race went. Pretty happy with the pole lap, but obviously started out strong. I went off on the first corner, and then I was trying to get back to Robert. I was using the slipstream, and then honestly, I don't know if I hit him, he hit me, but I got off the track, which is unfortunate. And then after that, in the pits, speeding in the pits.
Oh, was it official penalty?
It was.
Yeah, 40 seconds, and then I was 39 seconds behind Robert at the end. So
yeah, it would have been
without that penalty.
It would have been close.
Yeah,
it would have been close. Gosh,
definitely.
That was great. Well, hey man, congratulations on a great season. We are at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway next week for the Indianapolis 500, and if memory serves me right, I felt like that was an okay race for you last time. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Hey, unfortunately, I don't think we have Axel in here. I was hoping we'd be able to chat with Axel.
Who do I got to thank?
Oh yeah, sorry. How could I forget? Who do you have to thank today?
Of course, I have to thank my family, my coaches, my teammates, Mr. Drew Rhoda.
Yeah.
And then I also want to extend a congratulations to Mr. Robert over there. Congrats on a good championship.
Classy. Absolute class there from your 2nd place finisher this year, Zach, Carmel High School. And Roberts, you win today's race, and you clinch the championship for the Indiana Esports Network. Congratulations. How you feeling right now, buddy? He's at a loss for words. Everything's been building up to this moment. Hey, Robert.
Yeah.
Are you there? How you feeling, buddy?
I can hear you.
Oh, hold on. I can't hear him.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
All right, now I think I can hear him. Robert, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good. Obviously the qualifying didn't go my way, but I just kept my head down and able to pass 2 cars on the first lap, and then just able to get up to Zach. Unfortunate what happened there, but then after that I was just like cruising along, not trying to crash the car. And then just got it done.
Well, absolutely, and I think mathematically you needed to come in 12th place today to clinch the title, and so it felt pretty secure, and I think there's something to be said for that. Let's not forget a couple of races ago, I had an unfortunate black flag that turned into a DQ, which would, in our league, scrub points, and so for you to be able to finish up today is pretty great. Congratulations to you, and you did it, man. So talk to me a little bit about your time here in the Indiana Esports Network. Obviously, you had a lot of great finishes, a lot of great performances. What for you stood out as the biggest thing you've learned from your first championship, let's put it that way, here in the Indiana Esports Network?
Yeah, mostly this season it felt like a learning curve. Like I had to learn most of these tracks because I haven't raced on them for like a week before the actual race, so that took some time. But I kept believing, and then really at the start of the season, I just wanted to get like a win and then be like, I don't know, 4th in points.
Sure.
Well, we exceeded that.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think it's a cool thing. Well, you punched your ticket to that the championship gala, also known as Indiana Esports Network State Finals, being held at the Innovation Mile in Noblesville. We'll crown our champions there. You are there. Zach will be there. Pike Drew will be there. And Pablo in 4th? Yeah. Pablo is in 4th, is also invited to that event. Hey, man, congratulations. Who do you need to thank for today?
I got to thank my family, my friends, especially, and then my teammates Alistair, and then especially Zach, because he was the one that helped me get set up for this, and I just really appreciate what he's done for me.
Yeah.
And then I got to thank my coaches, and then Mr. Rhoda, Alex, and Mr. B.
Yeah, come on now. Hey, that's absolute class. You know, we talk. Congratulations, man. It's your day. It's a big one. So, congratulations. You know, viewers, we talk a lot about the importance of esports and what esports does for our kids and communities. And I think don't let it fool you. Zach's a competitor out there, and today might not be an easy day for him. But in that moment, as difficult as it was for him to to come up short and not win the championship this year, he wanted to make sure to recognize his colleague and say what a great job he did, and vice versa. Robert came back and said, I got a huge thanks to Zach. He pushed me all season. I really learned a lot from him, and so gosh, that makes me pretty happy as the league coordinator of the Indiana Esports Network here to see some outstanding sportsmanship. We had a great season. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Mr. B, Alex, thoughts on the season?
Great season. And man, I'm so happy to be a part of it. Mr. Rhoda, thank you for all of your hard work getting this all set up. It is not easy to do and maintain and organize, and you do it gracefully. And I appreciate all of your hard work throughout the season. I know the students and the coaches and our millions of fans out there on YouTube also appreciate it. As so appropriately thanked every week, Mr. Rhoda himself, the man, the myth, the legend.
That's right.
But really, I do appreciate being a part of this. It's been, brand new for me this season, and I'm already looking forward to the next one.
Yeah.
I look forward to every Thursday. I get to hang out with some friends, watch some good racing, and sad that it's over, but man, what a great season.
That was fun. Zach or Alex, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I just have to thank everyone at IHSEN for putting on such a great competition every year. Thank all the competitors, everyone competing, who make it fun, who make this an enjoyable watch every week. Have to thank everyone here. Thank Mr. Rhoda for running it all. I do have a question for Robert. As a freshman winning the championship, what are your plans? You still have 3 years left to go. What are your plans for next season, at least?
I'm going to come back and hopefully win all the next 3. That's right. The job. The job's not done.
some Kurt Signetti quotes right here.
The goat.
Absolutely. Hey, I want to say a huge I know we said a lot of thanks today. I want to say a huge thanks to the guys helping me out on the stream. A couple years ago, I asked the IEN board. They were having me do this iRacing thing. It was fine. And I said, hey, is there any way I could stream the races out? I watch them anyway. And I had no idea what I was doing. I did not know how to stream anything. I was like, I'm sure I can figure it out. There's got to be like a tutorial somewhere. And I started it, and I realized that doing this stream by myself is pretty boring. And so, gosh, I'm so thankful to these guys that come out and help me every week. All of us are volunteers in the Indiana Esports Network. All the people on the board, all the people that do that, none of us get paid for this. And it's fun for us to see the kids. Gosh, it makes my life so much easier. Obviously Alex has a connection to the Esports Network because, he's a 3-time champion and no stranger to the podium. But he's in college now. He doesn't have to come out here. Mr. B, same thing. He is a band teacher in Northwest Indiana. He does not do esports for a living. He doesn't do that. He teaches band for a living. These guys come out and they help me, and I really appreciate it. So everybody out there, thank you so much. We are back in action next week for the Indy 500. It is an hour-long race. Can you believe that? An hour-long race. That'll go up at 5 and end at 6. And all y'alls, it's been a great season. Congratulations to all our competitors, to Robert, to Zach, to Andrew, to Pablo. We'll see you guys hopefully at state finals. And everyone else, we'll hopefully see you back next year. Thanks, and have a great night.